What's going on, guys? Hope you had a great weekend and a great weekend of sales. I had one of my favorite kind of orders this weekend, and I can't wait to show you guys that while we ship today. We also got some new names in the comment section, so some new people that we haven't answered before. So let's see what they think, because, some good stuff. So Blake wants to know, how do you refund them back for shipping costs? If people buy multiple listings with multiple shipping costs, how do you refund them? That's a good question. Let's talk about it. Blake, that is an interesting question, and it's a good one. How do you refund them back for all the shipping costs? Since they bought multiple items, you got to figure out how much you refund them on shipping because it's not going to be the total amount that you might have charged. Honestly, it's pretty easy though. I offer free shipping on almost all the cards. If it's a lot where I do charge shipping, then they just get that shipping back. But if it is a free shipping item, it doesn't matter how many cards they buy, they're going to get refunded the same amount because the shipping, it's built into the cost. So if somebody spends $10 on cards, doesn't matter what I wind up paying for shipping, they're going to get refunded $10. So hope that answers your question. It's kind of an easy one to answer there. I mean, free shipping, it kind of takes all the guessing game out of that because it's just, here's what the buyer paid, here's what the buyer gets back. Now, Jacob must have been to my store because he must have seen the top rated seller badge. He asked, does that top rated seller benefit you? And if so, how does it? And when we talk about top rated, what kind of benefits do you get? Being a top rated seller, I don't know if you really get any benefits other than the badge next to your name. But there is a benefit if you become top rated plus. Now, what's the difference? How do you become top rated plus? It all becomes available to you based on what you do. I am going to share in the bottom corner of the screen what that is. As a top rated seller, you get 10% off your final value fees. 10% off final value. Sounds good, right? In theory, 10% off sounds good. But then you got to remember, these are about 13%. So 10% off of 13%, 1.3%. Say your category is 13% final value fee. So you would then at that point have like an 11.3. So you're getting 10% off of that. It doesn't equate to much, but I've said many times before, guys, when you're selling low-end sports cards, you're going to take every penny you can save because you're selling low-end sports cards and the profit margin is pretty small. So I enjoy having that 10% value fee. So I enjoy having the top rated plus benefits. How do you, well, actually, before I say how you get them, with top rated plus, you also get that little seal. You'll see it in the image that I share on the screen. And with that little seal, it just shows people you're one of eBay's top rated sellers and eBay trusts you, I guess. So how do you become that? Obviously, you got to be a top rated seller. And to get the plus benefits, you have to offer same or 1-day shipping. Now, I talked about this in one of the prior videos that I ship everything within 1 day. That's my handling time, and that's part of the reason why. If you have a 3-day shipping or 3-day shipping handling time, you're not going to be you're not going to be eligible for it. So I have the 1 day, and the other thing you have to offer is free 30-day return policy. And that is in most categories. I've never looked to see which ones. I just offer it. I don't really get lost in the details of that. I just offer it. So I've got top rated plus, got the little seal next to my name, and I offer the same or 1 day. Every item I get the 10% discount. I'll show you a little screenshot in as well of how that shows up in my order details. So I hope that answers your question. But top rated seller, yeah, I don't think there's really any benefits. I haven't seen any. It's just when you get to the top rated plus. Now, if you guys are new here, you're enjoying the content and the Q&A, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can keep up to date on all the stuff that's going to be coming up on the channel. While we're at that, Mark Kohler asks, what label printer do you use? He's starting to sell more and more singles. He wants to get more efficient in his process because they are low dollar cards. Mark Kohler, how are you? Thanks for that question. I'm not sure if you're new here. We've covered before what kind of thermal printer I use. Obviously, I started saying Rollo, so now you know I use a Rollo printer. I've been using it ever since I switched to a thermal printer, and I love it. It has made things so much easier. I've had zero issues with it, and I think you can use any thermal labels with it. I typically just buy the Rollo ones. I get them on Amazon, $18.99 for 500. I'll include a link in the descriptions about the labels. So if any of you guys have a Rollo thermal printer and want to get the official labels, you can purchase those. And they are a tiny bit cheaper than on the actual Rollo website. So if you want to go with the official, that's what you want to get. But yeah, Mark, it has been great, and it definitely speeds it up. Well, usually what I do bulk printing on eBay. So I print my pick list, and then I just select all the items and hit print, and verify my weights. Usually shipping these low-end sports cards, it's between 1 and 3 ounces. And then I hit print, and everything just goes prints out. And then I've got a stack right here that I just keep going one by one. Chris Munn says he appreciates all the different views he sees on this channel, and he says free shipping hasn't really moved the needle for him, but it's been very weird to him to see how different things work for different people, and it is so crazy. Let's talk about that. So Chris, you bring up a great point. Chris says he loves all the different points of view that we're seeing here on the channel, because I'm sharing your guys' comments, your guys' experiences, and I'm doing that so everybody can see that there's different ways of doing things, and mine's not the correct way of doing things. Well, it could be. It's just what works for me. He doesn't do free shipping, and it's because it doesn't move the needle for him on sales. So free shipping doesn't work for him for that, and even for him, he's like, it's really weird how different things work for different people. And it's so true. It's why I love doing this and sharing your guys' comments so you can see that. And it's also why so many on YouTube drive me crazy, because they tell you this is what you have to do. This is what you need to do for the eBay algorithm. This is what you need to do this. This is what you need to do that. Guys, I don't care what your sales are, how many items you move. You're not an expert. Your way isn't the only way, and your way will never be the only way. Because we all have different things that work for us. We all have different experiences, and it's crazy. It really is how different things work for different people, and people can still stand so by the way they do things and say the other way doesn't work. It's just not true. And we're seeing that. We've all seen our different experiences in these comments, and that's all. So yeah, let's go to the fun order. Told you we had that big one in the intro. 36 cards. Not my biggest order. Not by far. I've had much bigger ones. But how did I get this order? I got it by offering a coupon. I sent out coupons last weekend to all previous buyers of greater than 30 days and people that followed my store. And it was a 50% off coupon if you spent more than $10. I know. Some of you guys are probably like, so you can send $10 worth of stuff and only get $5, and after fees, you're not going to make much. Yeah, but I'm trying to move bulk. And honestly, even that 50% off, you know what? Per card basis is still making more than selling individual cards, especially when it comes to these low-end cards. So that is why I offered it. Every time I offer it, I do get a response. And usually they're pretty bigger sales. Like this is 36 items. You figure they were all $1.50 to $1.75 a card. I think the total was like 60 bucks. Then you chop it in half. You got the fees. I walked away with 21 bucks. 21 bucks for 36 cards. Came out to about 58 cents a card, I think it was. And let's go down some of the cards that I sold. 91 tops. 93 tops. 1990 tops. 1994 tops. Guys, you notice a trend? They're all 90s cards. They're all 90s tops. Some year in 90s. And those cards aren't that valuable. And I just got 58 cents a card. I could have made a lot of these cards. And it wouldn't have sold for as much as it did. You know, in previous videos, people have talked, they've taken these commons, especially from this era, and lotted them up. 36 cards of the 90s isn't going to go for 50 bucks, then 50 to 60 bucks, then take off 50%. It's not going to go for 20 bucks. Who do you know is going to pay 20 bucks for like Tom Glavine 1997 tops, Harold Baines 95 tops, Tim Raines 94 tops? Who's going to spend that much on that? But a collector looking to complete sets got a 50% off coupon, and what did they do? They took advantage. And I appreciate that support. I definitely do. And since we're talking about 90s tops cards, guys, we sold a lot of my favorites. 1997 tops, there were 10 of them in this lot. There was about 595 tops. So obviously this is somebody looking to complete a set. And I definitely appreciate that. That's something I would not have made if I didn't send out these coupons. If you guys are interested about coupons, you're going to want to check out the video I linked to at the end of this, because it'll tell you how you can create coupons, and hopefully that'll help you guys that are interested in those. But yeah, it definitely was pretty nice seeing that sale come across last night. Definitely made the day. $21 profit for 1990 cards. Let me see. Put the label over the flap, and then you got this nice clean package coming in the mail for that customer. So overall, that is actually all I got for you guys today. Not a lot. Answered a couple questions, and if you want to keep watching, go check out that video on how to create your eBay store coupon and how to make that work for you and get some extra sales. I'll catch you on the next one, guys.